Welcome back, guys, to Space Engineers. I believe this is what, episode 13? Apologize for last episode. Last episode was kind of a filler. I know nothing exciting was going on in the last episode. I just needed something to throw down, and I was trying to think on my next goal and whatnot for this video, and I have it. So that's what we're going to be working on, and it's going to be a series of kind of like the Beast. It's going to be in multiple parts, so just be aware of that. Now, and I also apologize for the lateness of this particular video. I had some real life stuff come up, having to watch my son and stuff like that kind of took away from being able to film this morning. And last night my ADHD took over as I was playing a different game, and I totally forgot about filming. And yeah, so now I'm scrambling to get an episode out this evening. So here we are. Okay, 1 second. All right, so the goal of this episode is we are starting on a new ship, and it's not going to be a small grid. It is going to be a capital ship, aka like our flagship. It's going to be our star cruiser, essentially. And my goal is that it's going to have a hangar, much like this, inside of it. It's going to have defenses. It's going to have armor on the outside. It's going to have a bunch of the big engines. Like, it's going to be a large project, right? So it's not going to be able to get finished in one episode, nothing like that. So starting off, I wanted to get started on it. So I'm thinking how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a bunch of plates, first of all. And all I want to do with these plates is to start mapping out what do you call it? The structure, the skeleton of it. Okay. So let's start with the light armor block, and we'll get this all. What does somebody say? Press T to get it to stop like rotating. Now, maybe if I should convert this to station, it will stay still while I am building it, so I don't like accidentally knock something, which I mean it shouldn't if it's getting to the point where it's like pretty big, like it takes a bit of weight to move something. But let's, of course stuff like this will happen. Okay, maybe let me get my bearings here. Okay, so this is obviously going to be the front of the ship, and then we're just going to go down. Now, I was thinking, instead of something like the Samuel 1, right, where it was like super long and skinny, I was thinking of having this, that should be enough. I mean, it's going to be kind of close, but should be have enough. That it be kind of, I don't want to say stubby, but like wider. Like actually have a large bridge, and going from there. Okay, that looks, I mean, that's comparatively small to some of the ships out there. I think yeah, it's gonna be a little short. And then width wise, okay, I'm kind of using this. This is just more of like a guide, a guideline that I'm setting up here. Kind of build within this, these measurements, you could say, right? So that way I'm not like trying to build outside of these. Sorry, I know I mumble sometimes, or get all tongue-tied when I'm building. That's just because I'm focusing on the building and I'm not focusing on exactly what I'm saying. But hopefully you get the gist of what I'm going for. so let's get this on this side. Ah, somebody's playing Scum. I always wondered how that game was. So currently, I was able to unlock, or I should say YouTube unlocked the community updates for me, which was awesome. And I wanted to thank everybody that has been watching my videos, not just my Space Engineer fans, but everyone that's been watching my videos, that has been commenting, liking, and all that stuff on my videos. You guys are awesome, and I really, really appreciate you all. And yeah, I also want to again reiterate about the server Discord that we have, the Discord server, I should say. The link should be in the description. There's already several people in there, and messages get posted all the time, so feel free to come and join us. You can catch me. I'm usually in the lobby a lot of times on voice chat, so if you want to talk to me, you want to tell me anything that you want to see in the videos or stuff like that, feel free. Alright, just yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so like I said, I'm just building kind of like a grid. Alright, so I know it's gonna be to like this deep, to like this tall, this long. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Usually when I hear the YouTube ads, I try to get rid of those as soon as I can. So, but yeah, all right, let's figure out how I'm going to do this. So I think I'm going to build off of the top of this. All right, so this will be the back of the ship. I believe that's what the stern or the bow. I think it's bow or stern. I totally forget which is which. I know which side is port and which side is starboard. Port is the left, starboard is the right. I just forget which one is the bow and the stern. I think the stern is the back. Bow maybe the front. I don't know. If any of you Navy cats out there, feel free to give me to correct me on what the proper nomenclature is for that. I would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this down. Alright, so we're gonna go block over here. Normally, a lot of times I want to use just these blocks like this, but I also need it to be structurally sound, so I need to use these blocks coming down off of it. Alright, so we're looking at how many we got? 3 on that side? Okay, so let's do 3 on this side. Alright, we'll come down here. Boom. There we go. I also, you may have seen, if not, please feel free to go and, on my community post, I have posted a poll for the next game that I am going to do, and the choices are, currently I've just limited to 3 at the moment. The first one is Subnautica, whether that's Subnautica the original or Subnautica Sub-Zero. We'll get to that point if it comes to that. The second one is Gas Station Simulator, and the third is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So, if you guys want to see either of those, or if you have a certain preference that you guys want to watch, please feel free to cast your vote. I'll probably take into account tonight, like midnight my time, which is California, so that's what, Pacific time, to essentially tally up the votes, and whatever the winner is will be the next set of videos that I film. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna go get some power real quick. I'm not too far away from my power generation. Okay, you know, I'm actually gonna run inside real quick. Only reason why is because I want to top off my my oxygen levels for my suit and the hydrogen and all that good stuff. There we go. Okay, now let's get back to it. Da, da, da. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be a biggin. Okay, let's see. We can go all the way across. Alright, so I'm thinking that as the whole for the first going across. Okay, then we will take this, just kind of like making the ribs of the ship. Oop. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually, since I'm not going to be using the drill, I'm just going to take this, put the light armor blocks right here. Just because those three keys are the closest together for me, so I'm not constantly trying to reach over to my number 5. Alright, so let's probably do another set of ribs in the middle once I get towards the end over here. Okay, and we'll bring this down. 2 and 3. I definitely want to make this ship a lot beefier, have more power generation, and be more maneuverable than the Samuel 1. With the functioning warp drive and all that good stuff. Maybe even having not just one bay for like drones, but also maybe on the bottom have something that can lower down like a ramp for a ground vehicle, so that if we take this into an atmosphere or something like that, that it may land, and then I can deploy a ground vehicle or anything like that, and I can do mining, and then we can essentially escape ground velocity. That would be my kind of like my end goal. I think would be really, really cool to have with this particular ship. All right. That looks to be not right. Is it? No, it is not. It is not right. Because you gotta have, how many blocks over is it? 4? Okay, it's gotta be at least 4 over. Now I can go down. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have like the large reactors in here, of course, for power generation. I will have solar panels on the outside to help with storing power passively, of course. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's one too many. And then I will also have like a catwalk going through the middle of this, and then maybe have the catwalk going over the bays, so that way as we're walking over, you can see the what we have underneath in the bays, essentially. All right, see how that looks. Okay, cool. It's like a ring. So let's get this backbone going. And then we'll do a couple like ribs, essentially. Maybe have the ribs be the marker for the bays, essentially. I mean, it's gonna have to be a lot longer too, because if I'm gonna be storing power and bays and all that stuff, it's gonna need to be bigger, because I mean the power generation things, I mean, they're pretty big, and having like maybe 2 or 3 of them in here lined up, that's gonna be like this entire bay almost. So maybe I can do a small, we'll do like a small bay for the drones. I only need, I think, what was it, 1, 3, 4, let's see, hold on a second. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll do 5. That should be enough for me to get any drones out that I need to. Yeah, maneuverable. They can move, they'll be able to maneuver inside to turn around and stuff like that. So that should be okay. Okay, let me see what we got going on here. We got 1, 2, 3 coming down. 1, 2, 3, and then another 3. Does that line up? I don't think that lines up. I'll just double check here. Get this block coming across. Since this is going to be the base block, essentially. Okay. Yeah, alright, that works. So then we'll do another 3 coming off this end. Alright, that's 3. Cool. We'll bring this across. Oh, is that? Yeah, that looks right. I'm gonna just line these all up. That way, if I have it all lined up, I know exactly where everything needs to be. Okay, there we go. I'll just do this side real quick. Is that 2, 3? Yep, that's 3. 1, 2. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Yup. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at that. So especially if we have the space in between, and what I mean by that is, hold on, let me see. Come on, give me the right shape. Okay, so as I was saying, if we have this as the docking doors, right? So if we have this set up so that way, whether these come out and the doors come down and meet, you can essentially fly in here. We could be able to turn in here, and then we can have this set up as like staging area or something, or even have like a shelf where the ships can land and dock inside of here, whether they're, you know, close, you know, nearby each other. So like the drones and the grinder, thing 1, thing 2, and the miner and stuff. That's kind of what I want to be able to store in here. And then I'll have maybe a second, like an exact copy of this, but like over here connected to it, So almost like kind of a pontoon kind of like look, and then have the main ship in between it. So almost like, if you know Star Wars, like a Y-wing almost looking type thing, right? So this could have, you know, all the engines on the back here and stuff like that. But instead of, no, not so much a Y-wing, because the Y-wing has the cockpit essentially right here, that it would almost be like a TIE fighter, where the cockpit's in the middle, you know? So like the bridge would be here in the middle, and then on the other side of that would be another one of these, essentially this round kind of design. So that would be kind of cool, actually. It would be unique, especially to how I build things. And I mean, one of them could be just like, you know, all power and refining and stuff like that. And then another one of these could be essentially just straight storage for aircraft. So I mean, that would be interesting, because I could be able to fly the Beast in here and land it, especially if there's doors on either side of it. That would be kind of cool. Okay. All right, moving on. Getting sidetracked. All right, so we got that set up. So let's go ahead and start working on the bridge area. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out. So we're going to have, I'm going to say arm struts. So we're going to bring these out by 3. And by 3, I mean up and down, right? So I may change the number of how far they come out once I kind of take a look back at this. Come on. I'm actually going to fly into my ship here. Power's on. Let's get some water and food. So yeah, I have a general idea of how I want it to look in my head. All right. I just don't know the exact specifications and the exact things of how I'm going to lay stuff out. I haven't thought about it that deeply, because I do like to kind of build things like on the fly, so to say. So we're gonna go with that. And hell, maybe at the end of this, I may have to even cannibalize the base to finish it. You know, like if I'm running really low on iron or something like that, you know, just to make it complete. I guess I'm out of food there. Okay, moving on. Alright, so let's see. How many blocks is this? I'm going to go on the other side, just so I'm not having to look at the sun, because it's pretty bright. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm a little worried. I mean, not that structural integrity is a huge thing in this game, but I don't want it to be that far out. So I'm thinking 3. I think 3 would be a good, solid number for that to be. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring this out. I will bring it out 3. So it'll be a square of 9, right? But this middle part will be open, and I will make that into a hallway to essentially go from the bridge to each of the brackets, or I should say these wing sections. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll call this the pod. We'll call it the pod, right? So you come into the pod here, and there will be a catwalk spanning across, maybe going towards the middle, going over any type of the squad bays, or under the squad, or not squad bays, I'm sorry, under the hangars. We'll call these the hangars, right? So this is the pod, but these will be the hangars. Okay, so this will be the access tunnel that leads to it. And from the access tunnel, will be the bridge. And I'm thinking for the bridge, I want it to extend out. And I'm going to bring it out. And then I'm going to make it into a almost like a pointed arrow edge. Well, not so much, just more of a rounded edge like this, right? And then we'll have this as thinking a three block. Yeah, because that should be enough for control seat, the complete bridge setup, and then the windows and all that good stuff. All right, so I'm kind of doing everything in threes here. All right, so we'll just leave it like this. Boom, boom, boom. So how we looking? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So this is gonna be kind of like the start. This is the nose of the bridge. And then we'll bring this all the way back. And it doesn't have to go as far back as this entire pod, but I do want it to be further than this. So let's go. You know, I'm okay with that. That's actually a pretty good, decent size because I can get living quarters and stuff like that, storage and all that in here, and maybe even have, maybe this is where the vehicle, like this could be like a vehicle bay right here for the ground vehicle, or even as like a mini like escape craft. So if something happens, like this gets destroyed off or something, that we could escape, have an escape pod. Ooh, that's what we can build. We can do like an escape pod, so like a drop pod kind of thing, right? I think that'd be kind of cool looking. And then we'll just bring the edges of this up. We'll do that by 3 there, I think. Let me see. Well, that's already 3. So let's do 2. And then from there, we will actually bring it up like this. Okay.
When you accidentally book your
That's gonna be
beach
cool.
vacation
We will
in
bring that
Miami, Oklahoma,
over.
it
Okay, so we're gonna do, we'll just bring this side up so that we match it. What was it? 2 on that side? Yep. And it's over. So you guys can obviously see how I'm going about designing this. All right, and then obviously this is going to, the window will come up and then it will probably slant going up to probably about, I want to say there. Okay, and then I also want to, we'll work on the, this will be the bridge area, and we'll work on that separate. Yeah, that will be a whole thing entirely by itself. I mean, that's, so it's gonna be 3 across. So got a nice solid line. We'll come across here, and then the back, I'm thinking we can have this. So where's the middle line? This is right here. So if we go up, we can have it almost like a tiered type system. So let's get this going all the way back. that. Okay. Ah! I hate it when I misplace my fingers on the keys. Alright, there we go. So you kind of get the general shape that I'm going for here. And then we'll probably like round this out. And then of course underneath this as well is going to get rounded as well. But that's, like I said, I'm just doing the general skeleton at the moment. Okay. Let's see, what else can we do here? Oh, right. So coming across this bridge, I want to make sure that these are lined up for the tunnels. Alright, and this will be... Yeah. There we go. Okay, and how many across is this? This is 1, 2, 3, and starting on 4. Okay, so we will build off of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will start the next section of that. Man, I have a feeling this is gonna take like thousands of plates to finish up, man. This is gonna take a bit. Okay, so we got that. So now it's gonna be essentially even. And where exactly, how far forward? So let's do 3 up on this end here, just to be completely, so it's on what, that's on number 4, and it's going 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we go, how many forward? I need to know exactly how many forward. So after I get that one block there, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's going to be 7 blocks forward, including this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that should be all lined up. Yep. Okay. So from there, then I can make the complete circle. And that's... Alright, I just want to double check, make sure I have my measurements all good. Two, 3, going all the way down. Do another 3. Boom. Boom. Let's get this finished real quickly. Before I run out of energy, please. Okay. And then how many exactly is this across? This is starting there. 5. Exactly 5. 5. Okay, and now we can just start going back up. More. 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then that. Is it the 3 from the top? 1, 2, 3. It's 3 from the top. Okay. and then all the and then all the way across. Alrighty, cool. I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. Especially when you got the front engines on the front going on, you know, it'll be the front thrusters, and then we'll have the back, and then the ups and downs will be along the top here and the bottom. And then I'm thinking maybe back here will be the side, you know, left and right thrusters, and then all the way in the back, or even top and bottom of this, the bridge part will also have the thrusters going, you know, going forward and whatnot. But I am definitely liking the look of this, but I'm actually running out of time, so I will continue playing. I'll just hit record, you know, stop record and start recording the very next episode, but I'll catch you guys on the flip side.